Hey everyone, my name is Jamie Leigh. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching this video today. Now today I have loads of super cute stuff to try on and review for you guys from Shein. Now if you haven't heard of Shein before or seen any of my previous videos about them, they are a discount Chinese retailer, so they make a lot of different clothing options for men, women, and kids. They also do a lot of home accessories. They do like belts, hats, shoes, so all kinds of stuff. I think they even have a pets section now. So think of it almost like a Chinese Amazon, but their primary focus is on clothing. I would say that the average price of most items on Shein is like anywhere from like $5 or $6 to like $25 maximum, and that is in Canadian. I do live in Canada. I'm sure if you were buying things from like the US or the EU, it would be a little bit cheaper than that in your local currency. Shipping is also free if you buy over a certain amount of stuff. I believe that it's $150 if you're in Canada for free express shipping. The shipping, once again, we're in COVID, so right now times are a little bit different, but for me, in my experience, usually things get here in about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks maximum, and a lot of that time is just sitting at customs waiting to get processed in my country. I have also noticed, buyer beware, but during COVID times, they seem to be using DHL for shipping rather than using like Canada Post or USPS if you lived in the US. So this means that it gets your way faster, which is great, but it also means that you will be charged duties, like with 100% certainty. Sometimes when you're using like your local shipping company, you don't get charged duties for whatever reason, but DHL will always, like, they do their own imports and exports, you will be charged for duties. This order that I purchased was about $500 worth of stuff. Some of it for me, some of it for my sister. So I think I ended up being charged about $56 in duties, so about 10%. But just keep in mind, it could be significantly more than that. I think they usually estimate it could be as high as 30%, just depending on what you order, how long it takes to go through it. So just factor that in when you're buying stuff. Now for my sizing before we get into the clothes. I am 5'1", so I'm very, very petite. If something looks short on me, it will definitely be short on you if you're of average height. I generally wear a US size 4 to 6 in bottoms, which can be either a small or a medium, just depending on the article of clothing. And I always wear a size small in tops. One thing that I will also mention, I do tend to size up to a medium in basically everything when I'm ordering from places like Romwe, Shein, Zaful, any of those like primarily Chinese companies, because I find, unlike companies that are like made in Canada or the US or even just bigger, more reputable companies, their clothing tends to fit just like a little more curvily, which is what I obviously need. As you'll see when we get into some of the clothes, I already know some of it isn't going to fit great. So I usually always get a medium in everything just to make sure that it like fits proportionally. But there are still some things that are like a little bit small, or some things that I might get in an even bigger size. Definitely my recommendation is read the reviews. They're usually pretty good, and look for items that have lots of photo reviews so you can actually see like, oh, this person has a similar body type to me. I feel comfortable getting that size. Now I've got loads of really cute bikinis, dresses, adorable summer tops to get through today. So without any further ado, let's get started. So this little dress is the first thing that I have today. Now it is true tie sleeves. So these little sleeves are just basically 2 pieces of fabric. You tie them up to make your straps. Now, obviously, as you can tell, it will kind of stay up on its own. Like, this does have some elastic in it, especially at the back. So you don't necessarily have to worry about it falling off of you as long as you have something in the boob department to kind of hold it up. But if you were concerned about that, you could always tie them to the perfect length for you and then just put 1 or 2 stitches in to hold the bow in place, which I might do that too, just to make it more convenient so I don't have to retie them every time. Now it does have a zipper on the side just to make it easier to get on and off, but I find the material to be fairly stretchy, so you don't necessarily need the zipper if the size fits you well. Now it does have kind of this little empire stitching, so the stitching just below your boobs, and I really like that. I know that a lot of people think that it tends to look like little girlish or nightgownish. I think that it's very flattering cut. I just think that it looks girly and very cute, and also a little bit more high fashion. A lot of high fashion brands tend to do that stitching just underneath your boobs for dresses or tops. Now the length is pretty good for me. It's like slightly long for what I was expecting. I thought it would be just slightly shorter. So if you are a bit taller, this is a dress that might actually work well for you. It's not tight around the bottom, but as you can tell, it's definitely tight on my butt, which I always have a problem with, as we know. But I do still think that it looks flattering. There's no like puckering or stretching. It's not that tight, but it definitely is not like a loose flowy dress on me. It ends up being a little bit more bodycon. Now it's definitely made of a cheaper material like polyester or something, but it's just like this lavender leopard print, which I think is very cute. I never wear anything lavender. I don't own anything this color, but I got a couple of things this color, as you'll see, and I really like this dress. I think it's cute. I will definitely get some wear out of it, probably just like wearing out for like nicer dinners with my husband, but I really like it. I think it's a win. Now as I'm taking this off, just one thing that I noticed, the zipper is definitely not the best. It is a little bit sticky and hard to like do up and undo. Also, I do have like a couple of loose threads around where the zipper is attached. So that's something, just once again, keep in mind. It is severely like discounted clothing. It's not expensive, so don't expect like $50 dress quality when you're paying like $10 for a dress. I think it's just important to manage your expectations when you're ordering from any of these cheaper places, but you can still get things that look really nice. All right, so I did not know how I would feel about this dress. I saw it on the website. I thought it looked super cute in the photos, but I thought it could be very hit or miss depending on like what it was made of, how it fit, but I love it. We'll wear it all the time. It's just like this fairly loose, flowy, tiered dress. Once again, leopard print. I'm addicted to prints right now, as you all know if you've watched my other videos, but I really like this. I love how flowy it is. It is kind of sackish from the side, but I think sometimes it can be really nice and comfy to wear a dress that's just like a bit more flowy and not quite so bodycon all the time, although I love a good bodycon, don't get me wrong. But this dress I think is just, once again, so feminine and cute, which I love, like a hyper feminine look every now and again, and I think it's great. One thing I will say, at the back, at the bottom, you probably will not be able to tell on camera, especially from so far away, but there are a load of loose threads hanging down. I'm gonna have to cut them off. I might have to re-sew a part in the bottom seam, just because it is kind of coming undone a little bit. Now this little tie part at the top, I also just don't really know what you're supposed to do with it. I almost think it looks cuter just left open, but then why do you have the ties? I don't know. But like I said, a cute floaty dress like this just makes me feel so princessy and fun, and I will definitely just wear this throughout the summer on a nice day. So anybody who watched my like big butterfly Shein haul will know that one of my favorite things from that was like this really big cozy butterfly kind of like taupe colored shirt. I wear it constantly, just like around the house. I think it's so comfy to just have this big oversized shirt. So I decided to jump on the tie-dye trend and get one of these style of shirts as well. So I got this in a size small, and it is very oversized. So if something says oversized on Shein, like, they don't use that word lightly. This is so big. It is so wide. I am wearing nothing underneath this. You wouldn't really be able to tell. You could definitely wear this as a bathing suit cover up if you needed to, if you needed like something on to go eat in a restaurant. I most likely will just wear this with like a pair of leggings, a pair of bike shorts, just a cute pair of undies underneath, and wear it around the house. And I think it's great. It's very, very soft, so it's super comfortable to wear. I love the bright colors on it. Like, I just think that this super bright tie-dye is much more me than like the more pastel ones. The sleeve length is obviously very long. Like, it basically comes down to my elbow. And then the inside of this shirt is almost just like a white, which does make me wonder if the color is going to come out in the wash, which we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't. Most things that you get from Shein or any of these more discount retailers, or even some high-end ones, come riddled with wrinkles. Like, so wrinkly that I have a little steamer sitting literally right here, and I sometimes can't even use that to get them all out. I just have to throw literally everything in the dryer on my like steam setting. And one good thing about a shirt like this, absolutely zero wrinkles on it. I have a feeling you could leave this crumpled in a ball for a month and it would still come out perfectly wrinkle free. So definitely a great place to shop for big oversized shirts, and they have so many patterns and styles and different prints on them. Like, if you're into a very specific vibe, you would definitely be able to find something like that in one of these great oversized shirts. Now, before we get into any more clothing, I figured we would jump right into bathing suits. So I got a couple of different bikini options this time. This is the first one. Now, I never ever wear Bandeau style bikinis. I have never owned one. I've never even tried one on because I have always been so nervous about it just looking stupid, it crushing my boobs, or alternatively, it just falling off immediately. But I am very pleasantly surprised with this one. Now, it does have a tie back, which I think really, really helps it to feel secure. It also has cups inside, which normally I really hate, and I still might end up taking these out. But right now, basically, one is here, one is way over here. But I do think that in this style of bathing suit, it might actually help to give the bathing suit more structure so that it's not just like flapping down. Because as you can definitely see, the bottom is too loose on me. It is just too big around my ribs. So it probably would look a little more funny if it wasn't so full in this part. Now keep in mind, the cups are usually only like a centimeter thick, maybe not even. It's not like they're going to give you boobs if you have none. But I am very pleasantly surprised in this swimsuit top. The pattern, I think, is so, so cute. I really love the blues and whites. I think that it looks very vibrant, especially with the pops of other colors like the greens and pinks in there as well. I was actually initially planning on getting this in like pinks and oranges, but I know that a lot of people have actually commented on the videos and said how they think I look really great in blue. So I figured, why not give it a try and get something blue? And I love it. I think it's so pretty. So I guess you guys are right. Now, the bottoms are almost identical to a different pair of bottoms that I got from Shein in a leopard bathing suit that I got. So they are a high rise, fairly high cut, and like the other ones, they basically stop just below your belly button, which could be really cute if you had like a belly button piercing or something and you wanted to show it off. If you are uncomfortable with your belly button being out, these are not the ones for you. I physically could not hike them up much higher and get them to stay. Now, all of the Shein bottoms are basically like the same fabric on both sides. They're very thick, so you would not have to worry about this going see-through with 100% certainty. Like, it is 2 super, super thick layers. The gusset part between your legs has like a whole other layer, so it would be very thick. You'd be protected. Don't worry about that. Now for the back, this is meant to be, I believe, like 1 step below being a full coverage. So maybe like just your typical bikini bottom, not necessarily super cheeky. My butt likes to eat bathing suits, so it is definitely a lot cheekier on me. But I do like how it looks. I think that it digs in very slightly. Like I said before, I got this in a size medium, but I do find that their bathing suits run on the smaller side. Usually I always have trouble with if I get size medium tops. They're like way too big. This one is a tiny bit too big, but you can definitely tell it runs a little bit small. But all in all, I really like this bikini. I think it looks good. I think it makes me look more tan than I am, which is great. And it also hides my little bloat baby from being on vacation last week, eating a ton of food I don't normally eat, and drinking every day. So that's also a plus. Now this is probably also a really good time to show off this really fun little beach blanket that I got. So it's just a huge circle blanket. It's got tassels around the outside, but it's made of a material where if you get sand and stuff on it, you just pick it up, like shake it off, and the sand won't stick or cling to it, which I thought was a brilliant idea because I love going to the beach and sitting in the sand. I don't want to sit in a chair. I want to be down on the ground. But I also hate when you put your towel down and then you pick it up, it's all wet, caked with sand. You get sand everywhere, whereas this you can just have sitting down and then lay on your towel on top of it if you desire. So I really love it. I think that it's so cute. Can't wait to take it to the beach. I hope that it will be as great as I think it is. I also hope that I'll be able to take some really cute pictures on it because the pattern is just adorable. Now, if you do like this, but you don't like the pattern, they had so many of these cute little towels. They had so many patterns. So you would definitely be able to find one that you like. So by my face, you could probably also tell I'm deeply uncomfortable in this bathing suit, but I still want to talk about it. And I still am going to show it to you, review it. But I'm very uncomfortable in it. So let's start with the top. Now, this is obviously just like a cute, pretty standard scoop bikini top. It fits me pretty well. It had removable cups in it. I ripped them out. It is not adjustable at the back in terms of like the actual band, but the straps are adjustable. You could adjust them if you so choose. Now, this was a 3-piece set. So you basically get the bikini top, a set of bikini bottoms, which you can probably also tell why I'm uncomfortable, and a little cute sarong, and all 3 pieces match. Now, like this, I am comfortable. I think that this is cute. I really like it. I love this little sarong, how it's kind of like longer on one side and then the other side is just like a little more open. I would happily wear this bathing suit like this to the beach, to a pool. I would wear it with family and feel fine about that. However, without the sarong on, I find it way too small. And this is one of those things where since you're not buying separate tops and bottoms, it can be very hard to get the correct size. And in my opinion, this bathing suit fits very small. Like, this top definitely fits more like a small to me than a medium. And the bottoms definitely fit more like a small and highlight one of my biggest insecurities, which I'm sure is most women's insecurities, which is my lower stomach, which is not as flat as it used to be when I was 16, of course, because as you get older, your lower stomach is going to get a little bit bigger. It's always going to have a thin layer of fat on it to protect you if you get pregnant. And that's just a fact of life. Like I said, I'm not 16, I'm in my late 20s, and your body is getting ready so that you can have a baby and be protected, and you will have a layer of fat there to protect you if you were to bump into something. And we're basically taught by the media that it's not okay to have any fat on your stomach at all or on your body if you're a woman. So I am still going to show this, even though, like I said, please be delicate. I am insecure, just like I'm sure everybody else is. But this is the bottoms. Now, obviously, these are a low-rise bottom. I never wear low-rise bottoms. You will have seen one pair of low-rise bikini bottoms on my entire channel because they make me very uncomfortable. I think my thing with low-rise bottoms is that the only thing that people are going to be looking at is like staring at your stomach. I also am very uncomfortable with belly buttons. Fun fact about me, I don't know why, something about them like freaks me out. So this is not my favorite bathing suit. Now, this is too small. It's basically digging into my sides and giving the impression of like muffin top where I don't have muffin top. So I can only imagine if you were a little bit bigger, these would just be digging in super uncomfortably. Like they're basically hitting my bones here, and I still feel like they make it look like even just my skin is bulging around them. Now, if you turn to the side, this is definitely sticking out a bit for some reason, even though I find that the sides are tight. And I just don't love the front part. The back is fine. Excuse the mosquito bites all over my butt. They decided that they loved it this past week while I was at the cottage. But it's fairly cheeky. I would say it's not the most cheeky bathing suit bottoms I've ever had. That part doesn't make me especially uncomfortable. As I said, it's literally just the fact that there's so much stomach. I would never feel comfortable wearing these around anybody. I feel like they would be cuter too if you could kind of pull them a little bit higher. I know that a lot of people don't love like the high cut leg look, but I just think that it's a lot more flattering, especially when you have short legs like I do. I think that it really helps elongate your legs. Now I'm gonna take this off because I hate it, I'm uncomfortable, but let me know if you like it. Let me know if you're a fan of low-waisted bottoms. I know a lot of people still wear them. They're still for sale everywhere. I see a lot of people at the beach wearing them, so clearly not everybody has the same insecurity as me. But if you are insecure about your belly, let me know that too, because I feel like we need to normalize just letting people know what we're insecure about. And remember that we all have insecurities. We all have things that freak us out. And usually, other people don't look at those on you. Other people will probably see you strutting around in this bikini and be like, wow, she's so confident. She looks great. Look at her boobs, they look amazing. They're not going to be looking at your teeny tiny bit of lower stomach fat, but those tend to be the things that we pick ourselves apart over. Now, this little top is actually very interesting because I ordered this from Shein. It was on the Shein website. Everything about it was Shein branding, but everything else that I got came in bags like this. So they all say Shein. There's little zipper bags. This one top came in a Romley bag, which is interesting, which is another discount Chinese retailer, which makes me think that they all get their clothes maybe from the same supplier, and the supplier just had some already packaged up for Romley and was like, meh, send that over. It has a Romley tag in it, which Shein stuff usually doesn't have a tag at all, or has like a teeny tiny little paper tag, but they never have like actual clipped in plastic tags, which this one does. So very interesting that it further proof that they probably are all made by the same person. But this is a really cute little top. I actually really like it. It has little puff sleeves. The bottom is just like a cute frilly bottom. It's smocked across the back. And then this front part is actually a tie. So if you wanted it to be a little bit less, I guess, revealing or a little bit less cleavagey, you could tie it like this. Or if you pull this and tie it up, you get a bit more cleavage, a bit more of a crop at the front. And I definitely prefer it pulled up like this so it's a bit more cropped, which is what I was going for. Now I've changed bottoms quickly, but the reason I got this top is actually because I was looking for shirts that I could wear with this skirt that I got from Aerie a little while back, and I think that this is like the perfect top for something like this. It is cute. It gives kind of like a little feminine bohemian vibe, and then with the skirt, I think it's like the perfect cute bohemian flowy outfit. Now my only complaint is the fact that both the skirt and the top have like these little ties. So honestly, I might even be inclined to kind of tuck the tie away for the top so that you can just see the skirt tie, or vice versa. But I think this makes for such a cute little outfit. Now, I actually got way more stuff from Shein, a bunch of home stuff, some really cute little lingerie, and a few other bits and bobs. But because this is already going to be such a long video, what with my extensive talk about the bathing suits, I think I am going to leave it here and do a part 2 with the rest of the stuff, just so that this video doesn't end up being 45 minutes long. You'll definitely have to let me know down in the comments below what your favorite thing that I tried on today was, and also, did you like and do you like low-cut bathing suits? We all know my opinion on them. Not a fan, but I would love to hear from you guys and get your opinion on whether you like them, whether you think that they fit well or not. And also be sure to let me know if there's anywhere else that you would like me to review. I do have a lot of really exciting reviews coming up, and I'll have to make a second part to this video as well to show you the other really cute things that I got from Shein. Now, if you are interested in seeing more videos from me, please be sure to hit the big red subscribe button found down below. Also be sure to hit the bell notification button to be notified when I post. I usually put out a new video every single week. In the next couple of weeks, I might have 2 videos a week for a while, just because I have quite a lot of very exciting stuff coming up and things that I'm really excited to show you guys. Now, I would like to give a huge thank you to all of our new subscribers here. I have basically gone up to 6,000 subscribers, feels like overnight, which is amazing, and I really appreciate all of you guys who are watching these videos, taking the time to leave a comment or a like. It really means a lot to me. This is just a passion project for me. This isn't my job or anything, and I really appreciate that people enjoy watching them. So with all that being said, I guess thanks again for watching this video, and I hope that I will see you next week. Bye!